Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to card making tutorial 569. Now today on Friday we're going to be making Valentine's Day cards using our Anna Griffin goodies. Everything I do use I shall put in a detailed list on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. I also include lots of extra photos on there as well, so it's worth spending 5-10 minutes there. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking my face at the end of the video, and that will give you notifications of when new tutorials are available, normally every Wednesday, Monday and Friday. Now today's card I think is a beauty. I love the gold foiling on the papers and the kind of positional die cutting. It's just such a beautiful card, worthy of your sweetheart. So without further ado, please sit back, relax, and let's have a look at today's gorgeous tutorial. So for today's tutorial, we're going to be using the All Heart dies from Anna Griffin. We're going to be using the background lattice die. We're going to be using the smaller heart die. And we're going to be using the fancy edge die. We're also going to be using the original Treasury collection. Now I've got part 2 on here, so I think the original one was in 2 parts. So we're going to use the heart rubber stamp and the heart die. We're also going to be using the stamp that says Happy Valentine's Day. And then from part 1 of the Treasury collection, we're going to be using the small circle die. So that's kind of like roughly everything we're going to use. We are going to use a set of heart nesting dies, which are from my stash. So I know Anna has had some heart dies. However, ours that we're using are a little bit smaller. And I haven't had Anna's nesting heart dies, so they would probably work. Give them a try. There's nothing to stop you. This is our base card that we're going to be using, and it's a 6x6 inch square card. This is my cardometer for new viewers. It shows and gives you perspective of the size of the card that we're going to use. It's something I've designed, it's unique to me, and it shows roughly, gives you perspective. We're using the 6x6. This cardometer starts at 8x8, 7x7, 6x6, 5x5, 4x4. So the card I'm using is the 6x6 ivory blank square card. On the back of the card I've used my handmade by stamp, and I've stamped it and added my name so the recipient knows who has made the beautiful card for them. I include my project number just to keep me on track. So we're going to use our bone folder from the Anna Griffin tool collection just to make sure that we've still got a nice sharp crease along the top of the card. I'm using the crease at the top to make a tent shape card. Well, it's not going to be a tent card, it's just got the crease at the top like a tent would. Now the first thing that we're going to do is to do the inside of the card. Nice and easy, but absolutely beautiful. Now the paper that I'm using is from the Damask collection, the original, and I've just cut a layer which is 1/4 inch smaller than the outside of the card. So that gives me a nice base layer for the insert. I know you all love the insert ideas, and I think today's is ideal for the Valentine cards. So don't forget, this week we've got 2 Valentine cards. Valentine's special, Valentine overload here this week. Lots of love. Monday and Friday. So that's our base created. Next, now this is where I've used a nesting heart die. So I know, as I said, Anna has some gorgeous nesting heart dies, and I'm sure it would work for this. This is ivory cardstock. I've got flat tape on the back of it. I can take the back of my tape away, and that is going to sit flat on the inside of our card, roughly about there. Then on the smaller heart die from the All Heart die collection, I've die cut using some of the Valentine cardstock from, I think it was 17 or 18? And I've just die cut a heart, and it's on flat tape, and I'm just going to add it at the other side of the card. So they're both on an angle. Then I can press it down. Then I've used the circle from the Treasury die collection, and I've stamped Happy Valentine's Day onto a circle of pink Anna Griffin metallic cardstock, should I say cerise, and I can press that into the centre of our heart, and that is our insert complete. Now I know true Valentine card, you don't sign your name. However, there is lots of room here if you want to write a nice poem. I can't think of one off the top of my head, so not one that would be appropriate for a Valentine's card anyway. But we've got lots of room there for your big question mark. Who could send it? Now, unfortunately, when I send a card, I've signed my name on the back of it, so my husband's going to know it's from me. I can't trick him anymore. Now we can turn our attention to the front of the card. So I'm using my bone folder again just to make sure that crease is still nice and sharp. So the front, we're going to do exactly the same as we did for the inside for the first layer. This is again from the Damask cardstock collection, the original one. Don't forget, everything I do use I shall put on my blog, so check that out, just in case you missed something or maybe I didn't mention something. And there's so many more projects on there. So that's our first layer. Now I've die cut 6 hearts using the Valentine's cardstock from the All Heart and the dies from the All Heart collection. I've got these on 3D foam, and I am simply going to position them on the edge of the card, like so. Don't want them too neat, I want them kind of like on a skew-if, just on an angle, like so. And the last one, there we go. So they're on 3D foam. I can press those down once I've got them in the right place. I think they're roughly about right. Now the centre of the card, I've die cut the lattice die from the All Heart collection, and I am simply going to add this through the centre over the top of the hearts, like that. And then I'm going to press it down. I've got 3D foam running through the centre, and then I had a little bit of flat tape along the edges, just for it to keep hold. Next, again, this is where I've used a nesting die, and I've used Anna's gold cardstock and just cut out a heart. I've got it on 3D foam, and I'm going to simply pop that through the centre of our lattice layer and press it down. There we go. Next, I've die cut the heart from the All Heart dies. Now this is the one with the fancy edge. I've used the Valentine cardstock. I've position die cut it, which basically means I've made sure the cardstock was in the place I wanted it to be to get the pattern. I've got it on 3D foam, and I can simply position that over the top of our previous layer and press it down. Next, I've used the Heart rubber stamp from the Treasury collection, and I've stamped it on pink metallic. I've clear heat embossed it, and I've got 3D foam on the back of it, and I'm just going to pop that just through the centre of our previous heart. Then I've die cut a circle like we did for the inside and stamped Happy Valentine's Day from the Treasury collection on top. I have used black permanent ink for this just because I wanted it to stand out and look a little bit different. And I'm going to pop that on the centre of our rubber stamp heart. I'm going to finish with a bow. Now I haven't pressed all that down because I want to make sure I've got everything in the right place. I don't want to be a little bit skewy because I want the bow at the top of the heart. There we go. So now I can press it down. And press everything down nice and firmly. And that is our card finished. How pretty is that? Gorgeous insert that matches the outside and those gorgeous lovely layers. And it's not a difficult one, it's just got great results. It makes it look as though you've taken so much time over it, and stands up perfectly. Will go in a normal envelope. Watch your edges of your hearts, make sure you push them in if you're going by a 6x6 envelope to get everything in. Mine's obviously going on display, but you know, just make sure you're tucked in at both sides and at the top if you're going in a normal envelope. We've got quite a few layers, so you might need a bigger envelope for something like this. However, the envelopes with the 6x6 normally have a little bit more room in them. I just think that's a pretty card. A really gorgeous card for Valentine's Day. And gorgeous colours and worthy of any mantelpiece. Please check my blog for other designs and projects and tutorials. Say hello on Facebook, not just hello, you know. Send me some of your designs. Let's see what you've created. If I've helped in any way, I'm so grateful that you've allowed me to, because I love making these videos. I don't say that enough. So please give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching this. If it's given you any ideas, let me know what you think, and check everything out on the blog. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.